James Maltendez, welcome to my tasting table. These three wines are next by the producer, Xurus. This is a Lake County Sonatina Cabernet Sauvignon selection from 2010 to 2012. I'll give my thoughts, impressions, and point score on each of these wines, so please stay tuned. So what I think about Lake County and wine production is that it is the undiscovered wine country that is slowly being recognized. Now, it's really hard when you have a neighbor like Napa, so it's not to pit two regions against each other, that Napa or Lake County is superior to the other. When I think about terroir, I'm thinking of region, specifically in the region. And then when I think about producers or even the site itself, there are other considerations that build to that terroir profile for that particular site and subsite. We're going to taste the 2010 Sonatina Vineyard Cabernet Sauvignon from Xurus. And so let's pour this wine. So this is a pretty large site, 23 acres. And so it's deep red volcanics. Now the Cabernet Sauvignon clones on the site are 415 and 337. Now the word Xurus is of Persian origin and it means rooster, and is considered a sacred symbol in Persian culture. And so you'll see the rooster right up there. So here's a back label for you to look at. And so this is 100% Cabernet Sauvignon, and this is a 13.8% ABV wine. So it's pretty low in ABV. But you see Clear Lake, and this is a very large body of water in this particular county, and the vineyard sites are going to be relatively close by. And there's a temperature moderation that occurs there as well. So not too cold, not too hot either. But again, you have some diurnal shifts, especially in day to nighttime temperatures because of the higher elevation, slightly northerly, northwesterly compared to Napa Valley. So there's some differences again there. 2010 vintage, this is a 13.8% ABV wine. This spends 21 months in New French oak. So it's a very dark, deep garnet colorization. Nose is vivid and expressive. A characterization of blackberry, blackcurrant, freshly ground spices, as well as sanded hardwood and a chorus of dried thyme and wild sage. Vivid, beautiful acidity to this wine, superb structure, defined structure. The palate is expressive of wild blackberry, blackcurrant, ground clove, as well as autumnal spices. And just definitely enjoy that this has a sense of an enlivened quality to this wine, an elegance to this wine, and beauty to this wine. This wine is 95 points out of 100 points. Here is the 2011 vintage. This is a case production in that particular year of 320 cases, a 13.8% ABV, spends 18 months in 60% New French oak. Very beautiful, harmonious characterization on the nose of wild blackberry, black cherry notation, as well as suede, evergreen forest, simmering spices, cardamom in particular, fresh bay leaf. An elegance and a finesse that makes this a compelling, beautiful wine. This wine is 95 points out of 100 points. And next is the 2012 vintage. And so let me show you the bottle in just one moment while I fill my glass up. This is, again, 100% Cabernet Sauvignon, 13.1% ABV. This is a 248 case production. It spends 18 months in 75% New French oak. Back label for you to look at here. And so let me talk about this in terms of the sensory notation, the colorization. All these are very similar in terms of a very dark garnet colorization, compelling, beautiful sense of red and black bramble notation, a hint of tart cherry, morello cherry, which, by the way, that note I didn't get on the previous two vintages. Freshly sanded hardwood, as well as suede notation, red floral. So fresh autumnal herbs, specifically thyme, rosemary, and a beautiful capture of spice notation. So the tannins build that structure and elegance and grace to this wine in terms of fruit characterizations such as blackberry, cassis, as well as graphite notation, hint of espresso, savory middle, and a very nice sense of freshly ground spices on the finish, and red floral notation. So a very long finish on this wine and potential of aging even further. So I do appreciate you watching. Give a like. I'll put more information on the producer down below. You can make a purchase directly from states that receive wines from California. And so they will do so in terms of, say, selling that entire lot of wines from 2009 to 2014. Now, put Lake County and this producer on your taste list. So give a like, subscribe to this channel, and I appreciate you watching. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and WordPress. And I will see you very soon. Santé.